Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Dragon Dogma 2 series. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and yep, let's dive right in.
Fine place to collect my things.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here and you would know of our village? As you can see, is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate, which is to say, you have my approval as the Thief Maister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
The villagers' stares are sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
We shall await you here, Master.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Come on, ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief Maister, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maister's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
This won't do.
You're the one, then? Fine. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you.
Thank you, sir.
Huzzah!
I fear I've naught useful to share.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so...
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are. Well met, sir. I wouldn't know where to begin.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Be quiet, but I like it.
See, look at my wares.
This is the inn, of course. Nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again.
Go on an adventure.
Not much going on.
They'll have an early supper. Here to ask aught of me, are you?
All you need of me?
Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave. Can't say I've any tidings to share. New place. Not without its charms.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Well met, sir. How time to be heading.
Tis rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
Let us proceed with due caution.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
This party is fit.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds.
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us sort of use.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
My word! Never have I seen such a fiend.
Its strength must be manifold our own. We shall have to watch its movements carefully.
Our boat has been knocked off balance. Grab hold and drag it to the ground.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Our enemies. This route has seen better days, but there's no sense lamenting it. We'll just have to take the long way round.
Nothing else for it, I suppose.
Might cast the spell more quickly.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Seems your luck's run out.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. One of us has been drenched!
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights.
Have my protection.
We cannot break it from this side.
Really? Now?
Perhaps I'll just use what's left in the pantry. I've smelled it off for a moment. Got any arms for a man down?
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early. deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Come rain or shine, this is more than I bargained for.
One day, I'm going to have proper rain.
Well met. Just about.
I don't like the look of this.
Look, as long as you please.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
This might be worth a read.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer. What? Huh. This looks... Huh. You!
thick of things, mate.
Oh dear. What am I? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Perhaps I ought to stop. See what's needed.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I quite agree.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
What should I do?
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Let us begin by gathering information.
Right you are.
You don't care a whit about my plight, do you?
What? Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Let me think on this. I've made my
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It worked. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But it's easy enough. I should know. I've done it.
I am proud of my devotion, as well I should.
What teachings might salve these words? 'Tis my duty to...
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. But I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the... It is my duty to devote my time.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off. You fond of those eyes? Keep them to yourself.
Good day, sir.
I'm aching for a fight.
My bed
Makes my hair stand on end.
and I shan't resist. I would fain aid you if you are in...
My head hurts just thinking about it. What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers? Well, take your time. You know where to find. Places such as this ought to be protected.
I'll soon be home. Mayhap if I hang about, someone will want to.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I have... Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much...
Now to light. You looking to join? Ho there! Faring all right? Well met! This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Not half, but...
Interested in my wares? Solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one. I'm dead tired.
Well met. This here's the sanct. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Interested in my wares?
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Let me get that.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off? Perhaps you could try asking.
Can't take it anymore.
You don't care a whit about my plight, do
Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults. Please, sir.
Chaos in the world begins with I fear I've much to attend to.
Might I beg but a moment of your time? A moment's prayer can do a world of good. Is there aught I can assist you with?
Where could Malcolm have got? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't...
Ain't nothing
Can't
but
bring
trouble
myself to
lurking here.
do much at this hour.
Barely dragged my ass out of bed.
My greens are second to none.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Suppose you're all right.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Some variety would be nice, if we must fight.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
Right you are.
Battle is best avoided here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
You have my support.
suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
Bleeding amateurs. No respect for this.
Isn't there anything to do?
I don't like it here.
Supper and a night's rest.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
I'm surrounded by winches on
When
all
does my
sides.
watch? I wonder what rumors it is. Almost wish all. Would have to shake things up.
By your command, Arisen. Get on! I shall propel you into the air. 'Tis fortunate that I am a fighter. My skills will be of use here. Might I be of assistance?
It's been a hard day.
Now, where was that back?
You!
I'm dead on my feet.
I wish I could.
Gather round.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about. I'd tell of a beggar doing well for himself, and by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his...
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by...
Oh, I can't complain, really. I always have a warm welcome for a customer.
They say the Sovereign was bathed in the dragon's fell flame, and yet he draws breath. I do hope His Majesty should...
Have you need of me?
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Oh, I'm in fine.
Let me
Think on this. Done. I'm off to the tavern.
It's naught but fried.
Time to head to market, methinks.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
We shall remain here.
I cannot help but be wary.
which must needs be done.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Aye, this should be far enough. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Now to report to Captain Brandt.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp, and set out again later.
Need anything? You!
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Huh. You!
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tail fire!
You!
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Greed will get you nowhere, friend. But...
This ends here!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon!
You there!
Oh, shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then. Catches your eye.
Yes, sir.
We will hear all he has to say before...
Leave this area to me.
It'll do you no good letting me rot in here, you know. Another agent will be on you afore long.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
What do you think? Does this suit me?
I've no words left for you or anyone else.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
A result to be proud of.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
We have been in trouble.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Deeza. The spider has woven her web rather carefully.